At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
This year, help dream.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Good evening and welcome into this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the Gem State Game of the Week. And this week you get 7 games of the week for the price of 1 because it's the 2024 Rocky Mountain Rumble. It's presented by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, and Stanley. Our final game of the opening day so far, Team Idaho 2-0 versus the out-of-state opposition. Mountain View defeated Woods Cross, Utah, 24-21. And then Coeur d'Alene defeated Shadow Ridge, Nevada, 31-7. And now our third and final game of the night. 4 more tomorrow, don't worry. Your plate still full of football. But it's an intriguing matchup here. It is the Kimberly Bulldogs from Idaho. They're 0-1 on the season, taking on the Sutter Union Huskies from Sutter, California. They are 1-0. Hi, everybody inside the broadcast booth. Brandon Bainey alongside Logan Kelso. Let's start with Sutter Union. A 1-0 start to the year. Not only that, but in their Week 1 win over Argonaut, 24-0 shutout. So the defense is on point. The running game looked really well. This is a well-oiled Sutter Union machine.
Yeah, Coach said the team chemistry coming into the season is off the charts, and nothing to dispute that so far with 24-0 win. They lost a lot of star players from last year's team, including Troy Bowens, Auckland Asiata, I believe.
All-state defensive
who's an all-state defensive end, who's now at Fresno State, Jagger Beck, who was a quarterback last year, drafted by the Houston Astros as a pitcher, and Jordan Lee, the wide receiver, went to Butte College, and Tristan Neal, who's a nose guard for Sacramento State, a fellow Big Sky team. Today, of course, playing in Idaho State's campus, another Big Sky program.
Yeah, we are coming to you from the ICCU Dome on the campus of Idaho State University here in Pocatello, Idaho. And, so you're like, oh, Fresno State and Major League Baseball and Sacramento State. And you're like, oh, Butte College, junior college.
Right.
You know who went to Butte College once upon a time? Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
So that is
right, yeah.
You get some definite stars coming through the JUCO ranks, especially in Northern California. So they're 1-0. Ryan Reynolds in his 16th year coaching the Huskies. They run this hybrid wing tee. So we got a wing tee last game, and then we're going to see it tonight as well. They spread the wealth. In fact, their starting quarterback last week, Sammy Sharma, he's going to line up at wide receiver tonight. And they kind of platoon 2 quarterbacks in Week 1, and they're going to go with Braden Scritchfield, the junior, under center this evening. Now for Kimberly, they're 0-1. They came into the season with pretty high expectations. They were picked to win District 4 in Class 4A in our Idaho preseason coaches poll. They held a 28-19 lead over Fruitland last week in their season opener with 9 minutes to play. All of a sudden, Fruitland scores on a 64-yard touchdown pass. Kimberly goes 3 and out. Fruitland scores on a 66-yard touchdown run. And just like that, Kimberly was trailing 32-28. Now, Kimberly did move the ball inside Fruitland's 20-yard line with like a minute to go. but turned the ball over on down. So for Kimberly, kind of a disappointing loss, and boy, you take away those 2 big plays, and they're probably 1-0 instead of 0-1.
Yeah, Kimberly with a new quarterback this season. And they run a high-powered spread offense. Last year, outscoring their opponents. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but I believe it was in the 400s to around the 50s. Just an absolutely insane differential.
Yeah.
They've never had issues scoring points, and hopefully tonight we have a good one.
Yeah, they went 10-1 last year. Their first loss was their last loss in the state semifinals. Yep. It is time for our national anthem. We'll bring it to you live here on IdahoSports.com.
Two anthems, man. What the hell?
Well, whether you're from Sutter, California or Kimberly, Idaho, one thing we can all agree on, standing for Old Glory, no better feeling. The national anthem is in the books, which means it's just about time for football. Sutter Union is in the road jerseys, the white uniforms with the blue and yellow trim. I like the helmets especially. It's a sharp look.
It's a nice look for Sutter Union.
They got
They're
kind of the chrome.
jacked up early.
Yeah, they came out. They were fired up, right?
Yeah. Got a lot of energy. No, I love when we had no music playing either, so it was just they just came out raw here. Not overly crowded stadium today, so
yeah,
pretty. You can hear it everywhere. Hear some of the conversations they're having almost pregame.
A little cavernous for sure. You're looking at the Kimberly Bulldogs right now. They are in the cherry red uniforms. I like it. The red unis, the red pants, and
all red.
They're going to try and paint the town red tonight, hopefully with their first win of the season. Sutter Union 1-0, Kimberly 0-1. Sutter Union won the toss, deferred to the second half, so here we go. Kicking off for the Huskies will be Josiah Thompson, the senior. And back deep to return for Kimberly, it is one lone return man. And back deep to receive for the Bulldogs. Looks like it's going to be Cy Walker, the junior. Here is the kick, and Walker will retreat all the way back to the 1-yard line to grab it and will be spilled over at the 15-yard line. A big tackle on special teams early from Colton Martinez of Sutter Union.
Yes, Sutter Union playing with full energy already. Big tackle to open up this ball game.
So now we see the Kimberly offense for the first time tonight. The offensive line, 4 seniors and a junior. The junior is center Taden Stringham. Otherwise, Gunnar Stringham at left tackle, Matthew Thurnagel at left guard, Robert Rudner at right guard, Caden Tippett's the right tackle. The tight end is Mason Jensen, the senior. The wide receivers tonight, senior Riker Larson, and a pair of sophomores, Titus Osterman and Joe Barrett. Damon Taylor, the senior, is the running back, and it's McCray Bruning, the junior quarterback, who goes down on first down. A sack by Troy Bowens, the sophomore defensive end. He had 1.5 sacks. Last week was nominated for the Sack Walk Player of the Week. Wow. That's the Sacramento Joaquin area there in California.
Wow, yeah. I mean, just looking at it, 6'5", 252, and he's a junior or a sophomore?
Yeah, he's a bad man for sure. So a loss of 6 there on first down. Now they will give off the left side. Kimberly trying to run a little up-tempo offense, but so far, nothing doing. That is strung out for a loss there. That was Taylor, the running back that time. So Taylor is able to pick up 2, I guess, but after the big sack of Bruning on first down where he lost 8, it's still 3rd and 13 here. So 3rd and 13, play action. Bruning dumps it off over the middle to Taylor, the running back. Taylor to the sideline, the 20, the 25. He will be a couple of yards shy of the first down, but deep in your own end zone like that, I don't mind the middle screen there.
Yeah, see if we can get there, see if you can Get a first down, get close to the sticks. They get close to the sticks here. Are they going for it?
Looks like Kimberly is going to
for it early.
stay out there for the moment. It is 4th and 4 after the 9-yard completion from Bruning to Taylor. And it's going to be a quick kick from Bruning. Sutter Union didn't have anybody back deep, and so Kimberly will touch it down at the 36-yard line of the Huskies. And now let's introduce you to the Sutter Union offense tonight. Their offensive line, it is senior Isaac Arroyo at left tackle, junior Felipe Villagomez at left guard, Isaac Dara, the center, he's a junior, Bodie Mills at right guard is a senior, and Matthew Knox, the junior, at right tackle. Tight end is Trenton Harper, he's a senior. Wide receivers are Josiah Thompson, the senior, and Reese Rowland, the senior, and then Sammy Sharma, the senior. Justice White, the junior fullback, Killian Brucey, senior running back, and the quarterback is junior Braden Critchfield. They will start 1st and 10 with a pass from Critchfield to Marcus Maris, senior running back. And that's the thing with this Sutter Union team you're going to learn. They rotate backs and receivers in and out quite a bit. A lot of guys touch the ball.
Yeah, I believe 9, 10 guys last week got touches for Sutter Union. Pretty, quite a few guys getting touches out of the backfield.
So that is a gain of 7 on 1st down to Maris. And now a big run across the 50 and the 40. Still going to the 30. This is Maris again, and Marcus Maris inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. That is a gain of, they'll put it at the 25-yard line. So that is a gain of 31 and a 1st down.
Yeah, semi-reverse right there. Defense saw he's going right. They give a sweep left and gets a major gain there, Maris does, for another 1st down for Sutter Union.
So 1st and 10 for the Huskies, moving quickly. Ball at the Kimberly 25-yard line. Sweep play off the right side this time. This is Dominic Souza, the slot back, and Souza will pick up 3. And so Sutter Union says, yeah, you want to run up-tempo? We'll show you some up-tempo as well. The Kimberly defense tonight, the defensive line, Gunnar Stringham and Mason Jensen are the defensive ends. Robert Rudner and Matthew Thurnagel, the tackles. They're all seniors. We'll get you the linebackers in the secondary after this play. Split backs, give up the middle. This is the fullback this time. That's Killian Brucey. So Brucey takes it ahead for a gain of 6. Already the 3rd different ball carrier tonight as well. The linebackers for Kimberly tonight, Johnny Millenkamp, the junior, Titus Osterman, the sophomore, and Riker Larson. And then in the secondary, it's Joe Barrett, a sophomore, Cy Walker, Kenny Hernandez, the junior, and Lucas Williams. So 3rd and 3 for Sutter Union. Critchfield bootleg, rolling out right side, throws on the run, has a man open, into the end zone for the touchdown. That's the tight end, Trenton Harder. Critchfield delivers a strike from 18 yards out. I'll tell you what, Critchfield could have ran that in if he wanted to also.
Yeah, he could have. Had all the space open on the right side of the field and got a little, found his his tight end perfectly open for the score.
So 6-0 start here for Sutter Union. And Josiah Thompson, the senior, on for the point after try. So Sutter Union scores on their opening drive of the game, 18-yard strike from Critchfield to Trenton Harder. And Thompson's extra point is through. So 7-0 in favor of Sutter Union. 9:07 to play here. Opening quarter of action. That did not take long, Logan.
Yeah, the Huskies made that one look easy. They just marched right down the field for 7.
Now, Kimberly is missing a couple of key two-way players tonight in A.J. Walker. And also out tonight is Jackson May. It's a pair of seniors, so Kimberly a little thin in the skill positions. And look at that. The cheerleaders made the trip from Sutter, California.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, that's obviously a long trip for the football team.
Yeah.
But for the cheerleaders to come also, and I'll be honest, we got a pretty decent showing of fans from Sutter, California also.
This might be at least definitely the biggest away crowd we've had. Had a school from Utah.
Yep, and there's Leif Morrison on the camera tonight. He's working hard. And also, thanks to our other camera guy tonight, Paul Kingsbury, showing you some of the behind-the-scenes crew here at IdahoSports.com. It really does take a village. Logan Kelso, Brandon Bainey, we get all the glory because we're the ones talking and flapping our lips all game, but it is a lot of people behind the scenes that make these Gem State games of the week really happen.
Yeah, we have an awesome setup here for this Rocky Mountain Rumble. Treating it like a big game series like it is. And we've had some good games.
So now Josiah Thompson to kick off for Sutter Union. This is a high, deep kick through the end zone for a touchback. And so Kimberly back to work here, starting 1st and 10. And I like that. Everyone from Sutter Union going to run to the end zone and run it out. So
yeah,
let's, hi, we're on camera now.
Oh.
Good to see you folks tonight. Brandon Bainey, Logan Kelso, Logan Green, our executive producer, just directly to my right, and Owen on the camera tonight as well. So big praise. That's the whole crew. Oh, I was looking at the wrong camera the whole time. I was looking at Paul's camera. That's bad direction, executive producer. 1st and 10, Damon Taylor slamming up the middle for a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Okay. So the Sutter Union defense, we'll try to introduce you to them. Kimberly runs that up-tempo offense. We'll get to the Huskies defense at some point tonight, I promise. 3-yard gain for Taylor there on 1st down, though. Now a screen. That's caught Titus Osterman, the sophomore. Osterman across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short here for Kimberly after the 5-yard pitch and catch from Bruning to Osterman.
Yeah, this Husky secondary is flying to the ball after each play.
Yeah, they are fast and physical. 3rd and 2, toss play. Taylor trying to stretch it out to the edge. Will just beat the defender, Max Bringold, to the corner. Taylor gets 2. That's exactly how many he needed for the 1st down. All right, Sutter Union defense tonight. The defensive ends are senior Jaden Carrion and sophomore Troy Bowens. He's already had a big sack tonight. Richard Creer, the junior, is the nose guard. The linebackers, outside backers, senior Brandon Dobson, junior Colton Martinez. Inside linebackers are junior Justice White and senior Mason Cartwright. In the secondary, the corners are seniors Corey Underwood and Ezra Hillary. The safeties are senior Drew Williams and junior Max Bringold. Deep shot by McKay Bruning over the middle, too high, incomplete. Intended receiver was Kenny Hernandez, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that one just sailed well over Hernandez's head.
And Hernandez has good speed. Yeah. He had a lot of long touchdowns last year for Kimberly. It can be exciting, when you're a quarterback and you're coming into a college dome.
Yeah.
And this is where a lot of state championship games are played. So, the adrenaline rush, a big spike, and there's a big spike defensively coming through. Brandon Dobson, the linebacker, leading the charge that time for Sutter Union. It's going to be a gain of about 3 there for Damon Taylor. Make it 3rd and 7. And already you feel like this is an important 3rd down for Kimberly.
Yeah, you want to stall Sutter Union's momentum. Sutter Union seems to have all the momentum right now, early in this one.
So 3rd and 7, 7:30 to play, opening period here. Back to pass is Bruning. It's a screen for Hernandez, and Hernandez walloped by Mason Cartwright, the senior linebacker. He knocked him into Sunday. Whoa.
Yeah, there's no room for him to get any yards there. 2nd straight possession resulting in 4th down here for Kimberly.
And officially, 1 catch, no yards. And a big wallop for Kenny Hernandez. And again, Kimberly probably going to quick kick here out of this punt formation with Bruning. They're going to do this just enough times to lull the opponent to sleep, and then they're going to pull off a fake. A line drive kick bobbled for a moment by Bringold. Bringold now picks it up off the turf and has a chance at a good return to the 50, cutting back and brought down at the 48-yard line of Kimberly. Nice tackle by one of the defensive linemen for the Bulldogs that time, Robert Rudner. But 1st and 10 for Sutter Union, already starting in Kimberly territory.
Yeah, great, bobbled it, great recovery though, gets past midfield, great field position to start this drive for the Huskies.
So Sutter Union back to work here, up 7-0, 6:38 to play, opening quarter here. Final game of day 1 of the Rocky Mountain Rumble, organized by Gino Mariani, longtime football coach at Highland High School, now retired. Played quarterback at Idaho State back in the day. He is from Nevada originally. That's where he played his prep ball. 1st and 10, little counter trap here for Marcus Maris. He's been a busy guy here early. Maris is able to pick up 2, 2nd and 8. So he had the 31-yard run, now the 2-yard run, and then he had that reception on the very first play of the game for 7 yards.
Gets him involved in the offense early.
And what a nice luxury to have for Sutter Union coach Ryan Reynolds. No, it's not that Ryan Reynolds, but 2nd and 8. Quarterback keeper, Critchfield had everybody fooled, and he'll pick up the first down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Boy, they bid on the fullback dive, and Critchfield took it himself for 11.
First down, Sutter Union.
That's nicely done.
Yeah, this QB has some elusiveness.
And like we said, they kind of platooned in week 1 in that 24-0 win over Argonaut with Sammy Sharma. Sharma exclusively out wide tonight, at least so far. Critchfield gives on the sweep. This is Maris again. And Marcus Maris will be strung out. No gain on the play. Osterman was in there to force the action, and then Mason Jensen. And Mason Jensen's been getting some looks from colleges. He's a tight end / wide receiver. Can play D-end or linebacker on defense. I believe Idaho State, one of the schools that are interested in his services.
Well, gets a chance to play on the field.
And officially a loss of a yard there for Maris. And so, yeah, Mason Jensen, big number 15 for Kimberly. You want to keep an eye on him tonight. It's 2nd and 11 now for Sutter Union. 5 minutes to play, opening period. Critchfield play action over the middle. Caught on the curl at the 30-yard line. Penalty flag comes in at the end of the play as well. That's Reese Rowland, the senior wide receiver. Found the soft spot in the coverage. Sat down for a little 6-yard curl route.
Yeah, I like the little play action pass there. Last game we had almost a true triple option. We almost saw 0 passing, where Sutter Union seems to mix in a little more passing plays here. Had a bootleg in the first drive and did a little curl route here.
Face mask penalty against Kimberly at the end of the play, so we will count the 6-yard completion there to Reese Rowland. And it's 1st and 10 for Sutter Union. That was a 15-yard variety, so the ball is all the way at the Kimberly 15-yard line. They are in the red zone. Yeah, this is how Coach Reynolds described his offense, a hybrid wing tee. Many players touch the ball. We spread it around, and we're known more for our running attack. So far, pretty good balance.
Yeah. Yeah, not really many plays that haven't worked yet.
So 1st and 10 here for Sutter Union. Now taking their time. 4:20 to play, opening quarter. Already up 7-0, looking for more. Rolling out Critchfield, naked bootleg, and he will take it to the 10-yard line for a gain of 5. We talked about this in the last game because Shadow Ridge from Las Vegas, Nevada, they were a triple option team, and their quarterback ran the ball like 15 times.
Yeah.
To be an option quarterback, you got to be a little crazy. You got to want that contact, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a lot of hard contact and continue to power through that for 4 quarters.
You know, speaking of, Northern California, Andrew Luck, who had a great career at Stanford, and he used to say that, like, hey, I kind of want to run into a few defenders early on to kind of get me in a rhythm.
Yeah.
Boy, Sutter Union's going to have to hurry here. I'm not sure what the play clock's at, but they are really taking a lot of time here. 3:30 to play, opening period. And now they hustle to the line. Critchfield out of a gun. Will fake to Maris. Actually, Maris keeps it off the right side. Actually, Dominic Souza keeps it off the right. This is a broadcaster's worst nightmare. A team you've never seen before from a state that's 3 states away that runs the option. Yep. Dominic Souza inside the 5, down to the 3, where it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, there you go, Leif. That's perfect. Okay, coaches are up from Leif.
So that is a gain of 13 for Souza there, and it's 1st and goal from the 3. Kimberly trying to stack that box. Critchfield gives to Souza. Actually gives to Gary Bicknell. And Bicknell is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Look at that. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Huskies.
First carry of the night for Bicknell goes for a touchdown. Very Jerome Bettis-like. 1 carry, 3 yards and a score.
Yeah, there you go.
So Bicknell scores from 3 yards out. Took me a second because he hadn't been on the field yet. Thompson, PAT, through 14-0 Sutter Union. 3:01 to play, 1st quarter. Kimberly behind the 8 ball a little bit here at the Rocky Mountain Rumble.
Yeah, Kimberly's got to get going soon, or else they might be victim of a lopsided score.
And that's the thing is Kimberly's got the offense. They've got the tools to match teams, you know, score for score. They are missing, as we said tonight, they're missing a couple of key players here, a couple of senior receivers / defensive backs, AJ Walker and AJ Walker and Jackson May. So, you know, that does hit the depth a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, especially with both of them being seniors, two people that know the offense extremely well. And with a junior quarterback making just his second start as a starter here for the Bulldogs.
Meanwhile, Sutter Union fans liking what they see, and there's some of the Highland Rams. They are going to play tomorrow against Carson High School, the Carson Senators from Carson City, Nevada. One of those census cities in Nevada. Not many, but.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it in front of the Nevada fans, but I'm pretty sure there's only like, I looked it up when I drove through. I think there's only like 14 to 20 census cities in all Nevada.
Wow, that's.
If you exclude all the ones in Vegas, include them as one metro.
North Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And technically, Shadow Ridge, our last team, was from North Las Vegas.
Yeah. So I was shocked to see that. Because originally I looked up how many colleges are in Nevada. It's just UNLV and University of Nevada, Reno. There's
D1
a couple,
schools.
Yeah,
right?
there's a couple JUCOs. There's no NAI. There's no D2 and there's no D3. Either 2-year or you're a 4-year.
That kickoff through the back of the end zone. Right, for the touchback. Yeah, College of Southern Nevada.
Yeah.
It's pretty good baseball. Bryce Harper played there once upon a time. So.
Yeah. As a 16-year-old.
Meanwhile, fans from Kimberly and Sutter are going, why are you talking about Vegas? First and 10 for Kimberly. Down 14-0. They will start with a handoff to Taylor, but boy, he runs right into a wall of Huskies. It was Richard Creer, the 5'11", 170-pound nose guard, who met him on first. No gain.
Well, there's one connection we can make from the Vegas and the Sacramento areas, the Oakland A's.
Yes, the ties that bind. It's a sore subject for the folks in California.
It'd be cool for the city of Sacramento to be able to have a team. And, you know, if it falls through in Vegas, which, you know, knowing the A's ownership, probably will, maybe Sacramento will get a permanent MLB franchise.
Yeah, for 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard gain by Taylor. On the rollout, Bruning just looking to go somewhere but has nowhere to go. Runs out of real estate and slamming the door shut once again. Back-to-back plays, Richard Creer. And so Creer is not your prototypical nose guard, right? I mean, nose guard typically in a 3-4, you want a big guy that's going to occupy space. Well, Creer, first of all, he wears the number 28, so that's kind of a giveaway. But he's 5'11", 170, but he uses that quickness and that penetration to get to the gaps. And so he's the perfect nose guard for Sutter Union and defensive coordinator Matt Shemansky. 3rd and 9. Bruning going to lob it deep for Jensen. Bobbled and nearly caught, but it falls incomplete. In on the coverage, Corey Underwood.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a catch. That's a ball probably should have been caught. Not the best pass, but nevertheless, ball that most likely should have been brought in.
Boy, Jensen bobbled it with one hand, nearly made the one-handed grab, and then bobbled it, then had it with two and dropped it. So it's going to be 4th down and a punting situation here for Kimberly. Bruning again going to do the honors, and again, Sutter Union didn't have anybody deep, and so the quick kick strategy continuing to work for Kimberly. It will be down at the Sutter Union 26-yard line here with 1:22 to play in our opening period of play. And so we'll flip the field here in Sutter Union. So, yeah, we were talking about Sutter Union. They play in the Sac Joaquin region up there and right by Sacramento, and Sacramento's going to get the Major League franchise next year, but what's going to happen to the trip? There's already a AAA team in Sacramento, right?
Still going to play there.
They're going to share it and cohabitate?
Yep.
Good luck to the schedule makers.
It's going to be awesome. I also love that it's a turf field, so we're in MLB Stadium. Aaron Judge is going to have to play on a turf field that'll be around like 120 in the summer.
Oh, my gosh.
I will be in Sacramento on March 31st for opening day. See you guys there.
1st and 10. Maybe you'll see some of these Sutter Union Huskies. They're going to go right up the middle. Little dive action here, but nowhere to go. Kimberly closed that door pretty promptly here and Trying to see the ball carrier that time. Looks like it was Killian Brucey on the carry. No gain. 2nd and 10 for Sutter Union. They shut out Argonaut last week, 24-0. I mean, they've already got 14 points here. I mean, they are more than halfway to their game-high total in one quarter.
Yeah, everything's working for them early.
2nd and 10, bootleg, Critchfield over the middle, wide open, caught at the 40, the 45, and the 50. And this is all the way to the Kimberly 45-yard line for a first down. On the reception, Dwight Walker, the 6-foot, 200-pound tight end.
Walker was left completely wide open. And he makes the Kimberly defense pay for a 30-yard gain.
That is going to be a 31-yard connection from Critchfield to Walker. And while we have an injury timeout here, injured Kimberly Bulldog, let's introduce you to Sutter Union High School here from California. We'll go to our executive producer, Logan Green.
All right, let's welcome in the Sutter Union High School Huskies over in Sutter, California. They play San Joaquin D, what is that, 5, 6?
6.
D6 with an enrollment of 802, never won a state title. Famous alumni, Guy Branham, a comedian, Leanne Marshall, Project Runway, and Logan Seavey, a race car driver. So there you go, Sutter Union High School. Welcome to Idaho.
I feel like you get a more diverse net of, actors, musicians, comedians, those Hollywood types over there in California. Injured Kimberly Bulldog, and thank you, by the way, Logan Green, our executive producer, director, really the glue holding this together. It is 1st and 10 from the Kimberly 42-yard line. Sweep play again. That's Brucey, nowhere to go. The injured Kimberly Bulldog, meanwhile, that came off the field was Robert Rudner, and he is a two-way starter on the offensive and defensive lines. So we hope that he is all right, certainly. And that is the final play of the opening quarter as well. So Sutter Union, the visitors from California, coming into Idaho and putting up 14 on Kimberly early here. We will take a break and come back with the second quarter right after this. You're watching the IdahoSports.com Gem State Game of the Week, the 2024 Rocky Mountain Rumble on IdahoSports.com.
Those of us who devote our lives to the animals we love can recall a kind of dawning, like a seed planted deep within us and it'd taken root and begun to grow. It's why our family built a company dedicated to supporting the animals we all care for and this lifestyle we share.
Back here at the ICCU Dome in Pocatello, and you never know what stars you'll see. We were talking about Hollywood in California. There's Doug Swanson from Idaho Falls. He runs the Upper Valley Grid Kid program up there, is a big mentor for youth sports all throughout, that Idaho Falls area up there. So, Doug, hey, thanks for taking in the game. And you might be thinking, when are some teams from East Idaho going to play in this thing? Well, they're going to play tomorrow. Here's a big run off the left side. This is Marcus Maris, inside the 30 and down around the 27-yard line. That is a gain of 16 and a first down.
Forgot to mention on the famous alumni for Sutter Union, Riley Wickham, who is a senior pitcher for the Idaho State Bengals softball team, also went to Sutter Union High School.
There we go. I should have consulted you there.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. My girlfriend told me that. He's a softball coach for Idaho State. Told me that as I was coming into the dome today. And I missed one for Shadow Ridge. Jocelyn Law, a freshman for Idaho State softball, is from that high school.
So now we know the real reason these schools are coming up here is for Idaho State softball. 1st and 10, up the middle. Tough sledding that time and nowhere to go for Critchfield on the keeper. It'll officially be no gain on the play. So Critchfield strung out there. 2nd and 10 it remains. So today we had a team from the Treasure Valley, Mountain View, a team from North Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, and now tonight Kimberly. They're from the Magic Valley for Idaho. Tomorrow It's all East Idaho, baby. We're going to have Skyline in our first game at 10:30, then Highland at 1:30, Teton at 4:30, and then Rigby 7:30 in the finale.
4 powerhouses.
Second and 10 off the blitz. Oh, look out.
Oh, my.
Mercy. Weak side blitz and a humongous sack. Critchfield never saw him coming. Hello, Riker Larson.
Wow. That's one of those that makes you almost jump out of your seat as you see it happening.
Wow. He
had
came
zero
completely
idea.
unblocked.
Yeah. We had zero idea that 42 was coming.
It was one of those where I saw it happening in like slow motion,
Yeah.
right? I was like, no! Oh my goodness. Sutter Union coaching staff appears relatively unfazed by the development on the sideline there. It is 3rd down and 17. Critchfield going to try and find somewhere to run with it. Will lob it deep. That ball is oh no, came out at the last moment. Nearly intercepted at the 5-yard line, though.
Yeah, that should have been an interception, but the Rigby players tackled each other to break that ball loose.
Yeah, that was
Not
Titus.
Rigby,
Kimberly, yeah, that was Titus Osterman who nearly got that. Excuse me, Joe Barrett who nearly got that pick, the senior safety there. So now, after that incomplete pass by Critchfield, 4th down, Sutter Union sure looks like they're going to go for it here. The ball is at the Kimberly 34-yard line. And Coach Reynolds said the biggest X factor for his team this year was going to be special teams in the kicking game. He thinks that's the only missing ingredient. Here's a backside screen to the tight end, Trenton Harder. Not a bad idea, but man, they needed 17 yards, and Harder picked up about 12.
Yeah, I mean, not solid completion, but not enough for the first down. Kimberly gets their first stop of the night.
So Kimberly with the turnover on downs. We'll see if they can take advantage, and it was sparked by that sack by Riker Larson. So each side has a sack tonight. Riker Larson for Kimberly, Troy Bowens for Sutter Union.
That was a little bit of momentum for the Kimberly side. See if they can capitalize on that here.
And so as Kimberly gets to work here, we want to remind everybody that we want to hear from you, the fans that are watching at home. Logan Green, our executive producer, has more details.
Yeah, just send in an email to webcast@IdahoSports.com. You see it up there on the screen, and we'll get you read out here on the air.
Kimberly screen on 1st down. That is caught by Brady Anderson, senior. So Kimberly's got some different personnel out there. Brady Anderson makes the grab, his first of the night. It might be his first catch of the season as well. Anderson is able to take it for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, Bruning on the rollout, throws on the run, short hops it. Intended receiver that time was Luke Hardy, senior tight end. So it's now 3rd and 4.
Big 3rd down here. Kimberly, after you get a big stop like that, you don't want to hand the ball over that quickly for just 50 seconds of play time.
Already staring down at 3rd and 4. And again, we want to hear from you. Shout outs, you can just send it to webcast@IdahoSports.com. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering on tonight. On the rollout, Bruning gonna go deep, has a man, it is caught, but did he stay in bounds? That's the $1 million question. They will say no. Great effort. The pass just a little too far out of bounds, though, and now Kimberly staring down another 4th down. Intended receiver that time was Titus Osterman.
Yeah, Osterman made a great effort to corral that one, just couldn't get his feet in bounds.
9:03 to play here before halftime. 14-0 lead for Sutter Union. But here's Kimberly. Fourth and 4, taking their time. You think it's going to be another quick kick. Bruning's going to go for it. He's going to throw a slant, and it's caught for the first down across the 40 and to the 45-yard line to Kenny Hernandez. So on 4th and 4, They go for the whole thing. That is a gain of 17 and a first down. You knew it was just a matter of time before they decided to do it. Now they go tempo. Bruning going to keep it across the 50 into Sutter Union territory to the Huskies' 46-yard line. That is a gain of 9 for McCray Bruning. 2nd and 1 now. Bruning going to roll out again left side and will be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It is going to be a combo stop that time for Sutter Union. Colton Martinez and Gavin Lavoie. And you wonder if that fake punt was kind of the shot in the arm that Kimberly needed here.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to gain some momentum. Got a big stop on. He handed off the wrong way.
Somebody did the wrong thing there. Either the back went the wrong way or Bruning turned the wrong way. But Bruning makes chicken salad out of chicken feed and takes it across the 45 and down to the 43-yard line for a gain of 5 and a first down. Kimberly finally taking some time here. I feel like I'm trying to give you room to talk, but they're going so quickly. It's 1st and 10. Bruning, handoff up the middle to Damon Taylor, and Taylor slams ahead for a gain of 3.
Yeah, both teams kind of running an up-tempo offense. Not a lot of huddles.
Yeah. So gain of 2 officially there for Taylor on the run.
Hey, Brandon, I got some shout-outs here already.
Fantastic.
This one from
hold on one second.
Yeah, wait for the play.
Bruning going deep, has a man. It's broken up at the last moment. Good coverage by Max Bringold. Go ahead.
Got one from Nick Roten. Want to love you, my son, Blake Combs, my blue boy from Sutter. This is shout out country music star Tyler Rich attended Sutter High School.
Oh, cool.
That from Trent Schmidt let us know that. Shout out to the Sutter Union Korean family. Carry on
family.
Carry on, yeah.
3rd and 8. Dump off in the flat is complete for a gain of 3. It's going to be 4th down here for Kimberly. Go ahead.
It says they're here in California watching their nephews, number 77 and 75. And then finally, Kathleen Reynolds watching from California. No need to read it. Just make sure we say it. Okay. Scritchfield. Hey, this is real stuff. Breaking news. Scritchfield. All right, I'm turning off my mic. Who trusted me with this?
Scritchfield. What did I say? I've been saying Critchfield all night.
Yeah. Shame on you, Brandon.
I apologize. I'll do better. 4th and 6 here for no silent S. 4th and 6 for Kimberly. 4 wide. Back to pass. Bruning going to spin it. Now going to take off and run and sacked. Back of the 45-yard line. Sutter Union slams the door shut. Justice White, the linebacker, coming through.
Big hit right there. They avenged their quarterback with that hit.
So Bruning loses about 12 there on the rollout. And now Scritchfield and company will take back over on offense. I'm so sorry about that. It's right in front of my face, too. I don't know why.
Yeah, I should have been correcting you.
My apologies to the Scritchfield family. 7:04 to go here before halftime. 14-0 lead for Sutter Union, looking for more. And by the way, they get the ball to start the second half, too. So Kimberly needs another stop here defensively. Scritchfield rolling out right side, going deep, has a man caught in stride, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Marcus Maris to the house on one play, 45 yards away, actually 55 yards away. Sutter Union strikes again.
Yeah, Marcus Maris, beautiful dime right there by Scritchfield to Maris. And once Maris had to catch up with his feet right there, caught right back, got his balance back, and then ran 15 yards into the end zone. 4-6.
Marcus Maris has been a busy guy tonight. 55-yard call to the house as Scritchfield delivers the dime from 55 yards out. Josiah Thompson, extra point, knocks it through. 21-0, Sutter Union. 6:54 to play here before halftime.
Yeah, absolutely commanding lead to start this one out early. All the momentum on the Husky sideline right now.
And the Sutter Union fans love it. You can see they traveled pretty well up there on your screen. It's
they did.
very impressive. And yeah, look at that. Little fist pump action, and Sutter Union fans loving it. Whether you're here in the Dome or back home watching, you've got to be proud of your Huskies. And meanwhile, for Kimberly, not the start to the season that they had envisioned, already 0-1, and now down 21-0 here at the Rocky Mountain Rumble. And they've got a gauntlet of a schedule coming up. I mean, they are going to play Sugar Salem, last year's 4A champion.
Yeah.
Homedale, the other kind of perennial power in 4A football. And their conference is going to be tougher, too. Buell went to Weiser last night and won 9-6.
Wow.
Each week we do the IdahoSports.com Pick 6. We pick one game from every classification and predict the winner. Everybody, all 6 of us picked Weiser. Buell had a field day with that.
Well, that's how it always goes on College game day. When everyone picks the same team, typically that's when the upset happens.
Typically bad news, yeah. Thompson with the kick. It's a good one. Retreating back to the 2-yard line is Cy Walker. Walker on the return to the 20, out to the 25-yard line, and that's where Kimberly will start. 1st and 10. 6:46 to go here before halftime. I'm finding it hard to concentrate here, Logan, because we've got a PA announcer who thinks he's a play-by-play announcer.
Yeah. I was going to say I didn't want to be a little rude, but it is kind of
two very different jobs.
Yeah, hearing him yell, QB's rolling out and scrambling in the middle of the play.
Yes,
jarring.
And you do some PA work here for Idaho State.
I would never do that.
And you'd also do some play-by-play for Idaho State.
Do some soccer.
Up the middle, this is Taylor, met straight on. Nowhere to go. Taylor gets maybe a yard, and that's it. Leading the charge that time for Sutter Union, Mason Cartwright.
Yeah, I'll do a little cross advertising. Next game of broadcast for Idaho State on ESPN Plus will be September 12th. CWU at Idaho State, Davis Field.
All right, guys, I got another shout out here from Luis Orozco. Wants to give a shout out from he's the brother-in-law. After this play, I'll do more.
They pitch it out to Mason Jensen, and Jensen is going to get close to that first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Luis says, that a big boy, Mark. He's talking about Marcus Maris, yeah. Says, you can come home now. There is a parade waiting. He says Marcus is a huge Atlanta Falcons fan, so I'm not a fan of him. I'm a Panthers fan, so that's one of our rivals. But
timeout on the field. I wonder if Marcus Maris knows how to do the Dirty Bird. That was the celebration that Jamal Anderson, their running back, when they went on the Super Bowl run in 1998, he would get in the end zone and do the Dirty Bird dance. We'll have to see. But
we got one more.
I was waiting for you to say something.
No,
awkward.
Somebody else told him. It says he can come home now. I got another one from Giovanni Salazar. Says he can come home now. Talking about Marcus.
All right. Well,
guess he's got a parade waiting for him.
Your services are no longer needed here, Marcus.
Yeah, pack it up, head home.
All right, see ya. Hit the road. Beat the traffic. You got to think. I mean, I guess I didn't ask. I was down on the field. I should have asked. Did they fly up here? You would think so.
Yeah,
it's a long bus ride.
I mean, they have to fly into like Salt Lake though, or Boise.
Yeah.
As I highly doubt Sacramento has a direct flight to Idaho Falls or Pocatello.
No. Well, Pocatello's got like one flight to Salt Lake, so
and Boise.
Not much going on. Out of the timeout, 3rd and 2. Taylor, actually Bruning kept it, and he does get enough for the first down. He needed 2. He gets exactly 2. And that will move the chains here. 6 minutes to go before halftime. And Kimberly trailing 21-0, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Bruning 5 wide, looking for the out route for Jensen, incomplete. 2nd and 10. One of the teams that's playing tomorrow, Soldotna, Alaska, they obviously had to fly in. They flew in to Salt Lake City. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That'd be an awesome bus ride.
That'd be a long through Canada, and
they have to have a bye week before and after.
Yeah.
They flew down to Salt Lake City early this week, took in the University of Utah football game last night, made a big experience out of it. So,
As you should.
2nd and 10. Bruning has time, now feeling the pocket collapse, and Bowens is going to get him by the sneaker top. Troy Bowens officially with his 2nd sack of the night, because it is a loss of yardage there for Bruning, and so a 2-yard loss for McCray Bruning and 2nd sack for Troy Bowens, picking up right where he left off.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna guess. I see. Either a lot of teams are gonna go to Salt Lake for a little bit of experience, or maybe even Yellowstone, a couple hours up north.
Yeah, hey, if you're going to come down, might as well see it all. 3rd and 12, screen pass caught. Defender misses the initial tackle, but Kimberly still is not going to be able to squeeze out enough here. It was 3rd down and 12. They pick up about 5 there on the screen to Joe Barrett. That's Barrett's first catch of the night.
Another 4th down situation.
4th and 7, we're going to call it. Kimberly ball at their own 39-yard line. They've got to get to the 46 for the first down. Bruning, pump fake, now taking a deep shot. Has a man, it's caught at the 40-yard line. Nicely done. That is Joe Barrett, back-to-back grabs. That time on 4th and 7 is able to extend and make the grab for a gain of 16 and a first down.
Yeah, he just lobbed it up. Barrett comes down with it, and the drive continues for the Bulldogs.
Already tonight, Barrett, the 6th different Kimberly receiver to catch a pass. Draw play this time. Taylor up the middle across the 40 to the Sutter Union 37-yard line, actually the 38. Call it a gain of 4 for Taylor there on first down. Second time Kimberly's kind of driven into Sutter Union territory, right?
Both times on those little lob passes on 4th down. See?
Hand off to Taylor here on 2nd down and 6, and Taylor going to hit the edge across the 35 and down to the 32-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and a very short one here after the 5-yard gain by Taylor. And timeout taken here by Sutter Union with 3:42 to play here before halftime. So Kimberly in the huddle. And Logan, one more up. Logan, I know we've got like a little bio for Kimberly High School, maybe for our viewers in California that want to learn a little bit more about Kimberly, Idaho, and what's going on in the Big K. We're going to our director, Logan Green, here.
Yeah, we got it here. Kimberly is located in, guess where? Kimberly, Idaho. It's in the Magic Valley. It's near Twin Falls, southern Idaho. Famous alumni Jackson Berry is an NCAA decathlete for Arkansas, and then Peyton Bear.
They're brothers.
They're NCAA track and field at Mississippi State. Their brother is also Gatlin Bear, who played at Kimberly but also played at Burley, and he is committed to the University of Oregon for football.
Yes.
Right now he's on a LDS church mission, but when he gets back he'll be a Duck.
So that is the skinny on Kimberly. Taylor here on 3rd and 1 is able to pick up the first down by gaining 4 across the 30 to the Sutter Union at 29.
Also, just so I continue my tradition of shouting out one random person from each one of these high schools, KPVI news producer Levi Holt also went to Kimberly High School.
Okay, there we go.
I got one for each team today.
1st and 10 for Kimberly. Bruning on the rollout, going deep, wants the home run ball. It is caught into the pylon for the Kimberly touchdown. Joe Barrett made a sensational grab from 29 yards out, and Kimberly finally finds pay dirt.
Had great pass, great catch. 6 on the board.
The last 3 receptions have all gone to Joe Barrett for 6, 16, and 29 yards respectively. So he's up in the production a little bit with each catch. And a great throw by Bruning. He saw immediately that he had the edge. The PAT is through for Kimberly. Eddie Paz knocks it home. And so 3:18 to play before halftime. Kimberly on the board at 21-7. Boy, the Bulldogs really needed that, Logan.
Yeah, they needed that badly after going down 21-0. Finally answer here with 3 minutes left in the second. But now Sutter Union gets the ball back, and they'll also get the ball at the start of the second half. So Kimberly will need some stops here.
Yeah, now the impetus is, okay, we got to stop on the last possession. Going to have to do it again, right? So 3:18 to go here before halftime. Here at the Rocky Mountain Rumble.
Switching to you, Paul, right there. Paul, switching to you.
And there is the Kimberly coaching staff. Joe Dilley in his third season leading this Kimberly team. He's done a really good job with that Kimberly program. You know, Gatlin Bear, the youngest of the Bear boys, they're all incredible athletes, obviously. Two are running track in the SEC. Gatlin's playing football at Oregon. He transferred to from Kimberly to Burley for his junior and senior seasons, and everybody thought, boy, there goes Kimberly's chances. And Kimberly, like, kind of rallied together, and they said, okay, yeah, it hurts that we lost him, but guess what? We've got playmakers up and down the roster, and they have been on a nice little 2-year run here.
Yeah.
Got to the state semifinals last year before falling to Weiser, or the state quarterfinals. This is going to be picked up on the turf to the 10 and the 15-yard line. This is Justice White on the return, and White will take it to the 21-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for Sutter Union with 3:12 to play here before halftime. So can Kimberly get another stop, or will Sutter Union keep the pressure on? The last drive really negated by that big sack by Riker Larson. So the Huskies will break the huddle here. Scritchfield will give on 1st down to Killian Brucey, but his knee went down before he kept the forward momentum going. So officially it's going to be no gain for Killian Brucey there. And it's been tough running for Brucey tonight. His first carry went for 6 yards, and since then, 0, 0, and 0.
Yeah, Kimberly's defense has definitely stepped up in the rush defense a lot since the first drive. Still struggling a little bit on the pass defense.
Gunnar Stringham doing a nice job in the interior line for Kimberly. Maris off the edge, left side, breaks a tackle across the 35 out to the 40-yard line. Marcus Maris, gain of 19 and a 1st down.
Has this been the same PA guy every game?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah.
Or I guess maybe, I don't know.
I haven't noticed.
I didn't notice in the first game, but yeah. Now that I said it, you really are noticing it.
Well, that one I heard was go, ooh.
1st and 10. 2:34 to play here before halftime. Sutter Union trying to get a score and maybe go 2 for 1. Scritchfield all day and half the night. Now will take off and run to the 50-yard line. Met there. Coming up to make the tackle, Johnny Millenkamp, the junior. But it is an 11-yard scramble for Scritchfield and a 1st down.
Scritchfield didn't see any receivers downfield open, so he's like, I'll do it myself. Gets 1st down.
So a gain of 11 there. And Johnny Millenkamp, who made that last tackle, we'll talk more about him in a moment. They're going to give off the right side this time to Killian Brucey. He's the power back for sure. Squeezes out 2 yards there to make it 2nd and 8. Johnny Millenkamp last year played for Lighthouse Christian, small private school, 2A school over there in Twin Falls. He moved to Kimberly with his family, and really that Lighthouse program has fallen on hard times. They didn't even have enough kids for a team this year. So
really?
They have basically said we're going to start with a 7th grade group of kids and play a 7th grade schedule and work our way back up. And so it might be a while before we see varsity football at Lighthouse Christian, which is a bummer because they have a beautiful turf field that just kind of sits empty now.
Wow.
Yeah. Sweet play off the right side this time. That is Dominic Souza. He's kind of a slot back, and Souza is able to take it for a gain of 5 to make it 3rd and 3.
Well, they're a private school, so they can start recruiting.
Yes, and they have, you know, they're pretty good in some other sports. You know, basketball team's been pretty good the past couple of years, but yeah, just didn't have enough kids for a football program. That's always tough to hear. 3rd and 5. They will give off the right side. Big collision at the 37-yard line. On the carry for Sutter Union was Riley Janella. And let me do that again. Riley Gianella.
There you go.
And now Gianella enough for the first down.
So you can try to play here for the last possession of the first half, just 53 seconds remaining. Across midfield.
They'll give off on the right side here. And again, that was Killian Brucey. Maybe a yard. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10 officially, though. And now a timeout taken here by Sutter Union with 35 seconds to play here before halftime. So there's the Sutter Union cheerleaders again, making the long trip north. I'm sure they'll perform at halftime as well.
Yep.
So that'll be fun. Also tonight, a couple of fans taking to the action. Oh, and some young fans. Oh man, nothing like being a young child coming to a game and having some snacks. And there's some Kimberly fans making the drive over from the Magic Valley, and yeah, they're waving at somebody. I don't know if it's us, but they're you're world famous now, and there's our Sutter Union fans as well. So yeah, good crowd action tonight here at the ICCU Dome here in Pocatello, campus of Idaho State University. And meanwhile for Kimberly, trying to get a stop here, 2nd and 10 for Sutter Union. What do you draw up here if you're Coach Reynolds?
Oh, I definitely go. I think I go through the air here. I do a little cross route midfield. They seem to be getting space midfield all game. I test it here with 35 seconds. See if we can get another slant route. I guess they are out of timeouts.
Those two guys we just saw talking, they were saying the same thing, Logan. They were talking the same strategy.
Oh,
it's a double pass for a touchdown.
that's better than what I wanted.
Sutter Union strikes on a 37-yard touchdown pass. It was Sammy Sharma, who played a little quarterback last week. He's been out at wide receiver exclusively tonight. He hits Josiah Thompson for a 37-yard dart. What a play call there by Coach Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, call timeout. Instantly the double pass. Love to see it.
So Sharma goes up top for 37 yards, and Thompson, the guy who just caught the touchdown, he's going to have to kick the PAT also. Wow, love the play calling there. It is up and through. So Sammy Sharma, who was playing quarterback last week, got his opportunity as a receiver this week, the double pass, and Sharma goes 37 yards to Josiah Thompson for the touchdown. Boy, and you thought Kimberly maybe had some momentum going here, but boy, 28-7 now Sutter Union, and worst part, there's only 28 seconds left on the clock here before halftime. Now, Kimberly does have all 3 timeouts remaining, so, but boy, that was just a brilliant play call. And the funny thing is that, you know, talking to Coach Reynolds this week, he described defensive coordinator Matt Shemansky as a genius. I'd say the genius genome applies to that offensive side of the ball as well.
Yeah, they're running some fun plays, and most of their plays are working.
Wow.
I don't think they've been stopped once today so far.
Very impressive start to the game here for Sutter Union. I mean, it's been almost a half now. We talked about it. Sutter off to a 1-0 start this year. Last year they went 9-3, 5-1 in their league.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about all the talent they lost, but teams that seem to lose a lot of talent seem to constantly reload. And Yeah, they look like they haven't took a step back from last year at all.
Ended up falling to Houston 21-14 in their regional postseason. Now a little squib kick taken by Kimberly here. This is Blake Willie, senior. And Willie going to take it out to the 45-yard line, so pretty good return there. California doesn't really have, it's more sectional, right?
Yeah.
You can be your regional champion, and then there's no like state play. There's just too many schools.
Yeah.
Right. 22 seconds to go here before halftime. Interesting decision to squib kick it, knowing that Kimberly had all 3 timeouts. And
yeah, maybe trying to catch them off guard, see how good their hands are, see if they can maybe get a fumble.
Bruning, pump fake, now going to take off and run, but there's nowhere to go. That's going to be a combo sack for Troy Bowens, and also in there, Justice White.
Yeah, I think they're just going to let the clock run here, let it go to halftime.
That's probably a good move. So now 2.5 sacks for Troy Bowens, for those of you keeping score at home. And Justice White, a half sack as well. And boy, Sutter Union looks like a well-oiled machine here. They are up 28-7 at halftime over the Kimberly Bulldogs. This is a Sutter Union team that went 1-0 by shutting out Argonaut last week, 24-0. And they are on their way to another convincing win, up 28-7 here at the halftime break.
Yeah, great first half here for the Huskies. Put 28 on the board in just 5 possessions. Kimberly, yeah, they got on the board late. Maybe their offense will get going here in the second half, but Sutter will start with the ball in the second half, which could be which is already a massive do-or-die possession for Kimberly once we get back.
Yeah, and if you more bad news for the Bulldogs. Sutter Union up 28-7. They get the ball to start the second half as well, so we'll see. It's going to be an interesting third quarter, but first we've got to get to the halftime show. Oh, you know what? We're going to keep it here because the Sutter Union cheerleaders are about to perform, and they came all the way up here to perform. We want the hometown fans to see it as well. So here you are, the Sutter Union cheerleaders performing their halftime routine here in Pocatello, Idaho. Nicely done by the Sutter Union cheerleaders, and we're glad we hung around to bring you that performance as well. But now we'll take a break, and we'll come back for the halftime show. At the break, it is all Sutter Union Huskies here, 28-7 over the Kimberly Bulldogs. And we'll be back with the halftime show. Yeah, look at that. March of a Champion right there. Nice job, ladies. That was a great show. We will take the break, and we will come back with halftime coverage right after this. You're watching the 2024 Rocky Mountain Rumble and the IdahoSports.com Gem State Game of the Week here on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Those of us who devote our lives to the animals we love can recall a kind of dawning, like a seed planted deep within us and it taken root and begun to grow. It's why our family built a company dedicated to supporting the animals we all care for and this lifestyle we share.
Welcome in to the IdahoSports.com halftime show. Nice job, by the way. The Sutter Union High School cheerleaders performed at halftime, and glad we were able to bring you that. And then the Sutter Union football team also performing pretty well here. Brandon Maney alongside Logan Kelso here at the ICCU Dome in Pocatello on the campus of Idaho State University. It is 28-7, Sutter Union over Kimberly here at halftime. This is a Sutter Union offense that looks like a well-oiled machine. Logan.
Yeah, they were nonstop in the first quarter, or in the first half, I should say. Only one time was their offense stopped. Through the air, they were incredible. And then the rush game just good. They're really unstoppable on both sides of the ball. And then the best highlight of the first half was obviously the double pass, finding, I believe, let me get the name right. Schwarma, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was the wrong one.
There.
Yeah, Sammy Schwarma with the 37-yard pass on the double pass to Josiah Thompson. That was definitely the highlight for me in the first half. But other than that, Braden Stritchfield for 18 yards to Trenton Harder. The Gary Bicknell 3-yard run, the Stritchfield 55-yard run or pass to Marcus Maris.
Been pretty impressive. And then that defense has been fast and flying around. Troy Bowens already with 2.5 sacks.
Yeah.
Justice White with half a sack, and then a lot of just good hard hits as well. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. We will start with Kimberly. The Bulldogs 113 yards passing, which is pretty good. Only 15 yards rushing, though.
Yep.
That's a problem. 128 yards of total offense. In the first half, McCray Bruning, 14 of 18 for 113 yards and a touchdown. That's a very efficient game. Leading rusher was Damon Taylor, 5 carries for 15 yards. McCray Bruning, 6 carries for 10 yards. A lot of that because of sacks. Receivers, he's distributed the ball well. 14 passes complete to 6 different receivers. Leading the way at halftime is Joe Barrett. He caught the last 3 passes of the first half for Kimberly. 3 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown for Joe Barrett. After that, it is Damon Taylor, 5 catches for 22 yards. Kenny Hernandez, 2 catches for 17 yards. Brady Anderson, 2 catches for 11 yards. Mason Jensen, 1 grab for 7. And Titus Osterman, 1 catch for 5 yards. And for Sutter Union in that first half, 185 yards passing, 77 yards rushing. Pretty good balance.
Yeah.
262 yards of total offense. Passing in the first half, Braden Scritchfield, 7 of 7, 148 yards,
dominant.
2 touchdowns. That's awesome. And then even, Sammy Sharma, 1 of 1 on the double pass for 37 yards and a touchdown. Leading rusher in that first half was Marcus Maris, 4 carries for 48 yards. After that, Dominic Souza, 4 carries for 12. Braden Scritchfield, 5 carries for 10 yards. Killian Brucey, 5 carries for 8 yards. It is Riley Gianella, 1 carry for 4 yards. And the guy who's got the lowest total has the touchdown, Gary Bicknell, 1 carry, 3 yards.
3-yard run for a touchdown.
And the touchdown. And then receiving-wise, Marcus Maris, 3 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown in the first half. You also had Josiah Thompson, 1 catch for 37 yards and a touchdown. Dwight Walker, 1 catch for 31 yards, no touchdown. But his fellow tight end, Trenton Harder, 2 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown. And then Reese Rowland with 1 grab for 6 yards. So Sutter Union appears to be quite the Rubik's Cube to solve. If you try to shut down Maris in the run game, Scritchfield's going to pick you apart through the air, 7 of 7 in the first half. If you try to focus on stopping the pass, Maris, Brucey, somebody is going to break a big one. So,
yeah, they've been pretty complex to figure out. Hope Kimberly's going to have to get a stop here to start off the second half, as Sutter Union will receive the ball to start the second half. So it looks like we'll finally get things going here.
A busy night of broadcasts here on IdahoSports.com. As always, you can check out any of the games we're live streaming by clicking on the GameStreams tab on the homepage here at IdahoSports.com. We've got Bear Lake playing North Fremont, Century playing Burley. We've got Middleton and Nampa doing battle. And we have Raft, River, and Grace tonight as well. And then, of course, here at the Rocky Mountain Rumble, our Gem State Games of the Week.
7 games of the week.
That's right. A little 7-game series here between Idaho and the rest of the Western United States. So here's the opening kickoff. Eddie Paz for Kimberly puts the toe to it. It is bobbled, and now will be, you got to touch it. Oh, no, what do they rule here?
That's a safety, right? What?
They're going to rule it a touchback.
There's 0 way that's a touchback.
So a little confusion there on the return. Justice White, it went off of him into the end zone. Now, the rule, as I understand it, is once he touches it in the field of play and it rolls into the end zone, you still have to go down that ball and declare it, because otherwise that's a live ball.
Yeah.
And Kimberly could have pounced on that for the touchdown. And that's what Kimberly is trying to argue over there on that sideline. They're asking for some clarification.
He's a
on
lot
this.
more mild-mannered, I think, than I would have been.
Meanwhile, Sutter Union's like, hey, we're ready to go. Wide receiver's already lined up. He's like, let's do it.
That was, yeah, it went straight through his legs.
A confusing stretch for sure. 1st and 10. They will start with a handoff off the right side to Dominic Souza. Souza will pick up a couple. We'll call it 3 to make it 2nd and 7.
If you're Kimberly, that would have been massive.
I mean, yeah.
That would have been absolutely game-changing to begin.
And that's why I said, you know, generally all the states play under the same NFHS rules, so there's not confusion when you're playing, you know, out-of-state opponents.
Yeah.
Counter trap off the left side. This time Marcus Maris with room to run runs right into his wide receiver, Josiah Thompson.
The one person.
Who was blocking down the field. And, oh, my goodness, that was
Maris was going, too.
slammed.
He was on his, pressing all the way down on the gas right there.
Oh, my gosh, slammed right into him. So, wow. So it ends up being a nice run of 17 yards and a 1st down for Marcus Maris, picking up right where he left off. Now penalty flag, and we'll get a false start here against Sutter Union.
Staring up at the signs around here at Holt Arena, wow. First time I've actually messed that up today. Formerly known as Holt Arena, now known as ICCU Dome. Looking at some of the retired names we got here. 2 ones that the audience most likely know would be Merrill Hodge, who mostly known, I feel like, well, at least to my generation, I'm a little younger, as an analyst. And then Jared Allen, NFL Hall of Famer. Just recently donated a lot of money for the Jared Allen Weight Room, a new weight training facility here on ISU's campus. Beautiful weight room. Just opened up.
1st and 15. That ball came out.
It was a completion.
Initially caught by Sammy Sharma. And now Kimberly trying to say, is it an incomplete pass? Yes, it is. So incomplete pass. Well, no, now, wait a minute. Kimberly saying, wait a minute.
What's happening?
So Sharma caught it and fumbled it.
And then got like 4 yards off a fumble.
Got an extra 4 yards, and so that is a gain of 13 on 1st and 15.
Interesting.
So 13 yards there to Sharma, and that is his first catch of the night. Also has that 37-yard touchdown pass. Now they'll sweep off the right side. This is Dominic Souza banging ahead for a gain of about 12 and a 1st down from the 42, his own 42, up to the Kimberly 46, so a gain of 8. So Souza getting the featured, the top billing here in the 2nd half.
Certainly is. Well-oiled machine there. Get quick to the line here. Another carry.
They're going to go to Killian Brucey this time, and Killian Brucey's going to pick up 4. So they're definitely working a little more urgency here in this 3rd quarter. 9:55 and rolling. Yeah, you were mentioning some of the prominent alumni that are hanging up here at the ICCU Dome for Idaho State University. And Merrill Hodge, obviously played at Highland High School here in Pocatello. Highland is going to play tomorrow in the Rocky Mountain Rumble. Highland has a current guy. Jeez, I'm drawing a blank. They have two guys in the NFL. Tommy Togiai, who played defensive tackle for Ohio State, and he's in the league now.
I believe.
Yeah,
Browns,
and then Taysom Hill.
Who most people should know by now.
Quarterback, tight end, and all of that. So a loss of 4 yards on that carry. And now we're looking at 9:05 to play here in the third, and 3rd and 10 here for Sutter Union. Still up 28-7.
Also home of the 1981 NCAA Division I AA national title.
Quarterback draw for Scritchfield, met straight on.
Straight targeting. That'll be targeting probably on 11.
Yeah, Johnny Millenkamp there from Kimberly, because he was giving himself up and sliding down.
Yeah.
Millenkamp came charging in.
Saying late hit. I don't know. Might be late hit because I doubt they didn't want to give a kid targeting, but
yeah, officials are going to talk about
helmet
it.
to helmet.
So it is a 15-yard penalty against Millenkamp here for Kimberly. And that'll move the ball all the way to the Bulldogs' 33-yard line here with 8:36 to play in the third. And now Sutter Union, it was 3rd and 10, right? Now they've got a fresh set of downs and new life. It is going to be up the middle, now bouncing to the outside. Souza to the 15 and brought down out of bounds around the 13-yard line. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Kimberly's still trying to find answers out there for on defense. This Sutter Union team just well-oiled machine.
And they attack you a lot of different ways. They sweep, they counter.
Get a bootleg pass in there once in a while.
Yeah. Some designed QB run action.
Yeah.
Pretty versatile offense. Sutter Union going to break the huddle here. 8:22 to play in the third, up 28-7, opening drive of the second half. It's going to be a jet sweep this time. This is Marcus Maris strung out. Maris loses a couple. Mason Jensen coming up with the tackle for Kimberly.
Nice play by the defense.
So Jensen, for I think the first time tonight, able to bottle up Maris, loses 5 yards on that sweep.
Yeah, Maris really been unstoppable unless he stops himself by running into someone else. Other than that,
his carries tonight: 31, 2, -1, 16, 17, -5.
Wow.
Quite the roller coaster. 2nd and 15, Scritchfield bootleg on the rollout. Pass complete at the 10-yard line to Marcus Maris, leading receiver in that first half with 81 yards and a touchdown, and he takes it down inside the 10, bang down around the 7-yard line.
He'll be heading back, it looks like.
Oh, bummer. Yep. 7:37 to play here in the third. We'll see what the infraction is here. Holding on the Huskies.
Holding, such a brutal penalty, 10 yards. I feel like we see a lot of holding, especially once we get near the red zone. Offensive linemen get a little greedy.
So 2nd down and 24 now for Sutter Union. 7.5 to play in the third. Still up 28-7, so feeling pretty good about where they're at scheme-wise.
Yeah, and they're just taking time off this clock. Almost a 5-minute possession.
Scritchfield is going to toss it on the sweep right side. This is inside the 20, down to around the 18-yard line, Justice White. His first carry tonight.
There's a player on Kimberly down. We'll have an injury timeout.
And meanwhile, a gain of about 7 on that sweep to Justice White. Injury timeout here, so An injured Kimberly Bulldog. And again, at this point, you know, both teams, you want to get through with a clean bill of health because each side is going to return to their own in-state play next week. Sutter Union going to go back to California. Kimberly going to continue. Looks like the Bulldog is up. That is Johnny Millenkamp, the junior linebacker.
I have a question for you, Brandon. Will this affect Kimberly's at the end of the season when the max prep rankings come out?
Absolutely it will.
Really?
This is going to benefit. If Sutter Union goes back to California and just dominates and keeps piling up wins, that is going to help Kimberly's max preps ranking for sure. The reason we're talking about that for our fans in California, the playoff seedings and a lot of the playoff positions in general are awarded using the max preps ranking system. So it's a big topic of, it only has been implemented in the last 2 years. So it's been a lightning rod at times here in Idaho because nobody really knows exactly the formula and how it works.
Yeah, so it's kind of a guess. You're probably the leading expert on that, Brandon.
Kimberly off the blitz, and boy, Titus Osterman coming on the defensive back blitz. Scritchfield just did all he could to escape the pressure. Scampers, actually, was that? Yeah, it must have been Scritchfield. He ends up getting a loss of 3 yards. And now they're going to line up for a field goal here. So here's that kicking game that Coach Reynolds was talking about.
Yeah, he said special teams is the X factor.
Going to be the X factor this year. This is going to be a 34-yard field goal try by Josiah Thompson. Kimberly's going to get flagged for roughing the kicker. Unreal. That can't happen.
Yeah, that's...
Boy, and we'll see if it's running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. Either way, Josiah Thompson nails it, and that was actually a 37-yard field goal. I misspoke. This could be if it's roughing the kicker, that's a personal foul and a first down.
Yep.
And I think that's what they're indicating. Yeah, personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
Absolute killer.
Can't do that. I mean,
that is 17.
That's the kind of play that Coach Joe Dilley for Kimberly is, you know. They're going to look at that film on Monday, and if it were my coach when I was in high school, you know, we'd be running. The whole team.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be running. But so now instead of and by the way, that was a great kick from Josiah Thompson, right?
I mean, yeah, great rep. Casual 37-yarder.
37-yard field goal, but now Sutter Union says, okay, we'll take it, first and goal at the 10.
I have a feeling we're going to see a fun play right
here. Hey, when you have a new lease on life, right? 6:08 to play here before the end of the third quarter. Scritchfield out of the gun, play blown dead. Illegal or a false start here. I'm trying not to parrot what the PA guy is saying, but it's hard sometimes.
Well, I trust it.
So 1 second went off the clock. 6:07 to play in the third now. Scritchfield rolling out right side, throws a dart. Receiver slipped and fell down. That was Thompson, the intended man. Incomplete. Second and goal from the 15.
Slippery carpet.
And that is, I believe, the first incomplete pass for Braden Scritchfield tonight.
That's the first incomplete pass in general. Scritchfield's had all of them but one. But
yeah, you know, Sharma was 1 for 1.
Yeah, hopefully he stays 1 for 1.
He's got that perfect passer rating right now, right? Got the touchdown. They will give to the left side. Marcus Maris inside the 10, down around the 7, where it will be third and goal.
It's going to be demanding coach for the starting QB job back. Coach, went 1 for 1.
But, I mean, I think that's the thing with this Sutter Union team is, and this is something Coach Reynolds highlighted, he said, look, we have a great team chemistry and a great team culture. Our team is a strong bond, and they love to play for each other.
Yeah.
I think that says it all. A kid is willing to move from quarterback to receiver. Absolutely. Nice little inside counter to Maris, but it was well defended by Kimberly. No gain on the play.
Especially a kid who also plays special teams, so he could also focus a lot more on that angle of the game.
Yeah.
Not be all locked in on being the quarterback. leading the team as field general.
Riker Larson on that last tackle for Kimberly. I like that play where they faked the option to the right, and then they gave it back to the inside counter there.
That was fun.
Kimberly was ready for it, though.
Yeah.
So nice job by them as well.
We are now over 7 minutes on this possession. Kimberly's quarterback has yet to touch the ball in the second half.
I was going to say, the flow has been a little off here in this third quarter, but 4:45 to play in the third. Sutter Union, 3rd and goal from the 7. It's the QB sweep. Student body right. Scritchfield inside the 5, down to the 2, where it will be 4th and goal. Oh, no, he did pick up enough for the first down.
I don't know if why are they throwing their whole special teams on?
Yeah.
Or they're just doing a complete line change. It is ruled the first.
Oh, no,
down.
that was 4th down. They turned it over on downs. Okay.
Huh.
It's been a long day, folks.
Look at that. That Kimberly penalty ended up working out. They ended up allowing 0 points.
Right. But now they got to pass out of their own end zone. McCray Bruning is going to take off and run. Will duck out to the 5-yard line to pick up 4. Late hit out of bounds against Sutter Union as well. So Kimberly's going to get a lot of breathing room here. So 4:32 to play here, and Kimberly, instead of being at their own 1-yard line or even their own 5, which is where the play ended, you're going to tack on 15 yards for the late hit out of bounds, and that's going to move it all the way up to the 21. Kimberly says, we can work with that.
Yeah. Have a little bit of space to work here.
4:32 to go here in the third. 28-7 lead for Sutter Union. Kimberly trying to complete the comeback. They're going to hand off right side to Damon Taylor. And Taylor's going to go to the 25 for a pickup of 4. First possession for Kimberly in this second half comes at the 4:30 mark.
Nice 7-minute possession with 0 points on the board for Sutter Union.
Yeah, but draining
like
that much time off is a win.
It's like some Iowa Hawkeye ball.
They're going to throw a screen out to the right side. Mason Jensen, the tight end here. Rugby scrum out to the 30-yard line and the 31. That should be enough for the first down, and it is.
First down. First down, Bulldogs, 31-yard line.
So 6-yard completion there to Jensen. First and 10, they'll turn and give to Taylor again. Taylor going to push the pile across the 35 into the 37. So Kimberly getting a little push all of a sudden up front.
You got to wonder if the defense, which also, but some guys that play offense, a little tired after spending 7 minutes on offense now and play some defense. And also defense, if the Yam played, they've been sitting cold for 7 minutes after halftime.
Taylor up the middle. Picks up 4 in the first down. So Kimberly going to keep it rolling here. 3:23 to play in the third. First and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 41-yard line. Yeah, it can be tough when you're a defense, and it's been a while since you've been on the field. There's Taylor breaking a couple of tackles up to the 45-yard line of Kimberly. Pickup of 4. It's just 4, 5, 4. Yep. Taylor, steady dose here. And they officially put it at the 46-yard line, so we'll give them 5 officially there. 2nd and 5, hard count. Sutter jumps. That was the defensive end. So Sutter jumps offside. That was number 6.
It'll be a first down, yeah.
It's number 68. I don't have a 68 on this roster they printed. Maybe a late call-up. Fresh set of downs here. They'll toss it out to the right side. This is Taylor. Strung out, loss of a yard.
I see Kimberly, they're doing well on the run right now, but I see him maybe now throwing up in the air after pounding the ball last 5 plays.
So 68 is Gino Pintarelli. He also wears the jersey number 44, depending on where they need him.
Okay.
So that Gino Pintarelli was the guy who jumped off sides. Second and 10.
Idaho still have the uniform rules.
I mean, whatever it is, there's a nice run out to the 40-yard line. And that was Cy Walker. So Bruning hits Walker. That is a gain of, it's going to be really close to the first down marker. Wasn't enough. They needed 10. Officials are going to talk about it here. Meanwhile, Kimberly's lined up, and they're ready for the down marker, and it is enough for the first down. So Bruning for 10. And again, on that catch was Cy Walker for the first time tonight. Bruning again. I mean, at this point, do you even need us? I'll just sit back and let the PA guy call the action. There's another completed pass for a first down. I will admit, in my sarcastic remarks there, I did not see who caught that pass, Logan. So.
It's a guy that looks like he's currently cramping on the sideline.
All right, well, we'll identify who that
I get
was.
the perfect. Sometimes I can't tell on the far side with the black lettering on the red jersey is a little tough.
And Kimberly is, they run this hurry-up offense where I'm jotting down who caught the last pass, and I look up, and it's already out. First and 10 for Kimberly up the middle. Taylor inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. And Kimberly knocking on the door of the red zone with 1:50 to play here in the third. Down 3 scores, 28-7, not impossible.
They're looking good this drive.
Bruning, handoff to Taylor, and Taylor bottled up. So any positive momentum lost there. Great job defensively by Sutter's Mason Cartwright. So Taylor lost 2 yards. Big third down here.
Massive.
3rd and 7. Bruning on the rollout, has room to run, will take it to the 20, the 15, and tiptoes out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So McCray Bruning, scramble drill was on, finds the edge, finds 8 yards, and finds a first down.
Possession drive keeps on rolling here for the Bulldogs.
And it's pretty impressive for McCray Bruning to engineer this offense all the way down the field, considering he didn't even get to take the field until there was 4.5 minutes left.
Yeah, they started on their own 1-yard line.
Toss to Taylor off the right side. Taylor going to spin and bang out of bounds inside the 5, down around the 3. It's going to be 3rd and a very short 1. And so here's Kimberly knocking at the door, down 3 scores, inside a minute to play in the third. Monumental possession here for the Bulldogs. Third and 1. Bruning, quarterback keeper, up the middle. Did he clear the plane? He did. Touchdown Kimberly from 3 yards out. McCray Bruning right up the middle.
Little QB draw action right there. Zero hesitation, goes straight in the end zone for 6.
So Bruning is able to find the edge from 3 yards out. And now it's Eddie Paz on for the point after. Kimberly didn't have enough guys out there. Make sure you're lined up correctly and get the block down. Paz line drive kick. Boy, like a bullet coming out there. Does clear the crossbar. And so Paz extra point is through. And with 32 seconds to play here in the third, Kimberly has cut the deficit in half. 28-14. Big momentum possibly for Kimberly, but now the defense has got to put the stop together again.
Yep. Maybe a couple more stops here to give the offense a chance. I don't think we'll see an onside kick here. It's not quite the fourth quarter, but maybe we'll see a surprise onside.
Kimberly seems like the kind of team that would do something like that. They've been doing the quick kick punts all night. They haven't punted in a long time, so they did run that fake punt for a first down, and so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to catch them offside, not to be ironic, offside, but right now it doesn't look like they're really set up for an onside kick.
Yeah, they don't seem to be too concerned, and so we'll see Eddie Paz. I'm sure we'll boot it deep here for Kimberly. Return man back deep for Sutter Union. Looks like Brant. What's his alma mater?
Something.
Kimberly? Sutter Union? This guy thinks it's showtime at the Apollo.
Something, that's my alma mater. Woo.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, pause. Deep kick. This is Justice White on the return from the 1. Across the 20, gets a block to the 25. Flag comes out, though. This will be coming back. For the moment, Justice White, a return out to the 29-yard line. With 25 seconds to play here in the third, this is a blocking penalty against Sutter. So we'll see how far back they move it.
That's going to take the Huskies back down to about
I didn't see, was that a block in the back, holding?
I believe it was a block in the back.
It's generally what it is on those special teams plays.
Yeah. I think Sutter knew that one right away. They didn't even.
The dead giveaways when the guy throws his hands up in the air right away. It wasn't me.
Coach.
I have nothing to be guilty for. So it is 1st and 10 for Sutter Union, but they are backed up at their own 7-yard line. And if ever a time that Kimberly defensive line is going to come through and make a charge. By the way, we still have not seen Robert Rudner. He left with that injury in the first half for Kimberly. Big two-way presence. Cut block takes out some of the Kimberly linemen, and that is a run out to the 15 and to the 17-yard line. And enough for a first down. That was Maris on the carry again, Marcus Maris. So Maris gets a gain of 11 and a little breathing room, and now an official timeout here with 18 seconds to play in the third, and another Kimberly injury player down. This is Johnny Millenkamp, the junior linebacker. We certainly hope he's all right. So just cramping, I think.
Yeah.
He was standing up on his feet, and yeah, they're gonna get him stretched out here. So. Meanwhile, for Sutter Union, you got to be pretty pleased with how it's gone. You had to make the long trip all the way up here to Idaho, and you're basically a quarter away from a 2-0 start to the season.
Yeah, I mean, played a pretty perfect game up until, I mean, there's just been some pretty rough penalties this quarter. They had a great drive, obviously didn't result in any points, but gave up a 99-yard drive to Kimberly. But Kimberly, honestly, it was more Kimberly was doing more good than Sutter Union was doing bad on that drive. Yeah, I mean, Kimberly kind of came out a little slow. Now it's starting to look way more like an evenly matched game, where Sutter Union began the game making it look like they were by far the superior program.
So after the injury timeout here, Millenkamp appears to be all right.
It looks like Millenkamp's up. Shook it off.
18 seconds to play here in the third, and a 28-14 advantage. As we've got the Sutter Union Huskies ready to break the huddle, but Millenkamp still has to walk his way off the field. So. You know, the thing I really like about the renovations here at the ICCU Dome, they repainted the seats to be.
Oh, you didn't like the rainbow?
Black and, yeah, I mean, it used to be just a hodgepodge of random colors, yellow and blue. And
I kind of liked it.
it was kind of random, but across the 20, that is Dominic Souza. Souza's going to pick up 3, and that should take us to the end of the third. And so, 3 quarters in the books. Kimberly has cut the gap to 14 points here. It's 28-14, Sutter Union. Huskies with the ball when we start the fourth quarter of play. We'll be back right after this break. You're watching the IdahoSports.com Gem State Game of the Week, the 2024 Rocky Mountain Rumble on IdahoSports.com.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text START My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to the ICCU Dome here on the campus of Idaho State University in Pocatello. Brandon Maney alongside Logan Kelso here in the broadcast booth. Logan Green, our executive producer and director. Jeez. Paul Kingsbury, Leif Morris, and Owen Green all operating cameras for us tonight as well. And so here we go, start of the fourth quarter here. The time remaining on the clock is dwindling low, as Flo Rida is telling us on the loudspeaker above. 28-14, Sutter Union by 14 with 12 minutes to go, 1 quarter to play.
Kimberly needs a stop here.
2nd and 7, they're gonna go off left tackle this time, and that is Dominic Souza. Actually, Maris, excuse me. Maris picks up 2, and there are the Sutter Union cheerleaders one final time. So they traveled well. They brought a lot of school spirit, and now the Huskies facing a 3rd and 2 here. Critical 3rd down on both sides.
Probably the biggest play of the game so far.
3rd and 2, they're going to sweep it off the right side, and they've got the first down across the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. A name we haven't called in a while, Gary Bicknell.
Hey.
He had 1 carry for 3 yards and a touchdown in the first half, and boy, in a key 3rd down, Bicknell gets the call again.
It's their clutch running back right there.
Big Bick right there, wow. So Bicknell picks up 8 and a first down for Sutter Union. QB sweep now for Scritchfield out to the 35. A more modest gain of only 2. And meanwhile, Sutter Union, I mean, they held the ball for, what?
7 minutes.
7 of the, really 7.5 of the 12 minutes of that 3rd quarter. They would love to do that here in the 4th. We're already down to 10:40 to play.
Sure would.
And as someone who's looking to catch dinner afterwards tonight, I'm down too, because Pocatello's like a lot of places. You know, if it gets past 10, your options
Once you
dwindle.
get past 10, you got Jack in the Box and Birdos. Oh, McDonald's, 24 hours open now here. Yeah, big time.
Boy, Birdos is, been a while since I've had that.
Not great. Actually, I shouldn't say that. They should sponsor us.
Yes.
And then I will be the #1 supporter.
10:05 to play here in the 4th. My personal favorite spot's going to be closed by the time this
What's your
game's
personal favorite?
El Heredero.
That is probably the best.
Yep. That is my go-to joint. Put on a lot of pounds going to El Heredero, living in Pocatello for 5 years. Meanwhile, 5 years running off the clock here. Sutter Union finally going to take a timeout here with 9:47 to play. They are facing a 3rd and 7, so yet another critical 3rd down here for Kimberly. Leading Sutter Union leading 28-14. Why did I say north? There's nothing north involved in this.
Yeah, man, it's getting those hours.
On
hour 8 of broadcasting.
I did. I got up at 4:30 this morning so I could drive down here and be here. But you're used to working, odd hours too. So
yeah, I work at I produce the morning show at the local news, so I'm there from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. every day. So
wow. So you do the evening news and then the morning news also?
Yeah, I do more technical directing for the nightly news, and then for the morning news, I pick out stories and tell people what to say.
You get a little more editorial
control. Which I have an anchor who's been doing it for 25 years, so I don't really argue with her.
Right.
If she wants to do something, I trust her.
9:47 to play here. Kimberly fans starting to make some noise. This is a key 3rd and 7 on both sides. Kimberly trying to get a stop and get the ball back here. Down 2 scores. Sutter Union trying to pick up the first down, run some clock. Scritchfield, screen pass, caught by Josiah Thompson, but nowhere to go. Great tackle there by Kimberly. That was Gunnar Stringham, the senior. Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down, and Sutter Union may punt for, I believe, the first time tonight.
Yeah, I think you're correct there.
So 9:25. Yeah. I mean, this was the point last week, about 9 minutes to go. Kimberly held a 28-19 lead over Fruitland. And Fruitland came back and won it 32-28. High snap on the punt. Able to get it down. Good kick there from Scritchfield. Fair catch called for by Kenny Hernandez, and he'll haul it in at the 36-yard line. So there's life for Kimberly. 9 minutes on the nose remaining in this one.
And their pass offense has been pretty lethal today.
It's been a lot of fun.
If I'm Kimberly, first play on this drive, I'm going for a deep shot. Just see if you can get someone on man-to-man coverage.
I like the idea.
9 minutes left. See if you can get a quick score here. Maybe you'd have to get a couple opportunities to get a stop.
And again, Robert Rudner still not in there. Key offensive lineman for Kimberly. McCray Bruning back to pass. Going to roll out to the right. And Sutter Union wanted a flag for the holding call. Didn't get it. Bruning just slings it out of bounds. Incomplete. Second down.
Yeah, pretty 50-50 call on the holding there. Glad they didn't call it.
It looked like he was still inside the shoulder pads.
Yeah,
so
seemed fair to me.
8:53 to play now. Kimberly trailing by 2 scores, 28-14. Bulldogs trying to pull off the comeback here. They'll hand off to Taylor. Taylor will carry it up to the 40 and the 41-yard line. That's, I think, been a big key for Kimberly in this. I mean, it's only their second possession of the second half.
That's crazy to say.
They've run the ball a lot better.
Yeah, they've been getting like 3-4 yards per carry almost. And
so Taylor picks up 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs from their own 41-yard line. Meanwhile, the clock rolling, 8:20 to play. Nearly got him the jump, and now they did. Sutter drops off sides. That was I'm trying to see the 16 or 18. Looked like maybe Jace Cummins. Yeah, Jace Cummins, junior linebacker, coming off the edge on the blitz. So 1st and 10, fresh life here for Kimberly. Hand off to Taylor, left side, and Taylor is going to pick up 3. Meanwhile, this PA announcer is like cackling like a hyena.
Yeah, I started laughing in the middle of the last play.
Yeah.
Sutter Union's been playing pretty undisciplined here in the second half. They're as almost sharp as you can get in the first half. I wouldn't say they played bad in the second half, just compared to the first half, they've been almost lifeless.
Gonna sling it in the flat. That's caught by Kenny Hernandez, and Hernandez is going to slip his way across the 50 out to the Sutter Union 47-yard line. Gain of 4 there on the pitch and catch from Bruning to Hernandez. 3rd and 3 for Kimberly. They've got to get to the Sutter 44 for the first down. They'll keep it with Bruning. He won't get there. Nice penetration by Brandon Dobson for Sutter Union.
Great stop.
And now Bruning a little slow to get up. Now, that's one where they faked it to Taylor up the middle. I think if they went with that, he got the first down.
I think so, too.
Bruning swept off the edge instead, and now not only did he not gain any yardage, it's 4th and 3, but more significantly, Bruning a little slow to get up. And again, we certainly hope he is all right. He has been pretty dynamic back there at QB
he's
tonight.
had a terrific second half.
It's his first year as the varsity quarterback. Last year, really the last 2 years, it's been Cade Larson. And Cade Larson piled up the passing yards like no one's business.
Yeah.
So because he had to be assisted off the field, Bruning does have to check out for a play. So this is kind of a pivotal moment here. Kimberly's got to go with a backup quarterback here on 4th and 3. Is Kimberly going to call a timeout to get their quarterback back in? We'll see. It is Liam Browning, Jr., who will take the snap. Actually, it's right to Taylor. They try the Wildcat direct snap, and they won't get it. Taylor gets a yard, and that's it. So they brought in Liam Browning in replace of McCray Browning for Bruning, and they ended up going direct snap to the halfback, Damon Taylor, and not close.
Yeah, it's a tough play to go on fourth. I'd say I want to see a little fade route on fourth down, try to get a little 3-yard dump pass, but it's tough to do when you're back, when you have to roll the backup quarterback there.
And I'm not even sure if he is the true backup quarterback because he's listed as a linebacker and a running back on the roster. So, I mean, the other quarterback on the roster is sophomore Gunnar Beckstead. We didn't see him out there. Sutter Union, big opportunity now, and they'll start with an 11-yard run right up the middle on first down.
They're looking to ice this game out.
Like a shark that smells blood in the water. That was Brucey. And after 6, 0, 0, 0, 2, and 4, he finally bursts for 11 yards. Killian Brucey's going, finally. 6:40 and counting. Sutter's just going to run this clock down here, up 2 scores, 28-14. And I like how only the wide receiver goes to line up and then the rest of the team stays huddled for a little longer. Usually it's the linemen that got to go get down.
Yeah.
Sweet play, left side, nowhere to go. Titus Osterman coming in to make the tackle for Kimberly. That was Brucey going back to the more traditional ground and pound, loss of a yard.
Yeah, last year in the state playoffs, Grace High School, an 8-man football team, had a wide receiver line, never go to the huddle, just line up there, and that guy had like 3 touchdown catches in the.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
And he never huddled?
Yeah, like never huddled. He just stand there, and like half the time they just go uncovered. It's absurd to watch.
Grace is interesting. They played with one QB all year, and then the playoffs started, and they put another
Coach's
QB
son, freshman.
Rolling out right side, and Scritchfield going to throw it into the stands. That's pretty impressive. He got it up there to the first row of seats here at the ICCU Dome. That's the other thing. I'm so used to saying the ICCU Arena, but that is the men's basketball arena on the campus of the University of Idaho in Moscow. Yeah. This is the ICCU Dome.
Yeah,
different.
ICCU likes putting their hands on everything.
Yeah, if you go to pretty much any high school in Idaho, there's probably going to be a ICCU scoreboard, just like here in the Dome, here at the college level.
Boise Hawks play on ICCU Field at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
And I think when I was watching Gonzaga basketball last year, they had ICCU logos on their seats. And I was like, wow.
They do have a couple branches in Spokane, which is crazy. 3rd and 11. Sweep, right side, Dominic Souza. Penalty flag comes out at the end. We'll see what the call is here. Souza, for the moment, got like 4 yards, not nearly enough for the first down. It's holding on Sutter Union. Tricky spot for Kimberly. If you decline the penalty, it's 4th and about 7. Sutter probably goes for it. If you accept the penalty, okay, well, now you're looking at 3rd and, 20-ish. But that's more time that's going to run off the clock, right?
Which will make it about
a tough choice, and 21. They will enforce that penalty. 3rd and 21 now for Sutter. They're all the way back on their own side of the 50, back to their own 47-yard line. Can Kimberly, led by Evan Gearhart on that defensive line, get a stop here? Liam Browning in there as well. So Kimberly has had to dip into their bench a little bit with defensive reserves. Trying to find a combination that can stop this Sutter offense. Scritchfield back to pass, feeling the heat. Avoids the rush for a moment. Now will take off and run, and will finally be corralled by Titus Osterman after a gain of only a yard. Kimberly brought the blitz that time, and it paid off.
Yeah, there's nowhere for Sutterfield or the QB to go.
Scritchfield.
Scritchfield, that's correct.
I think you heard our PA announcer say Sutterfield.
I know, and then I immediately was like, that's not right. Why did I think that? No improvement to go, and now 4th and long. Receiver getting set early.
And again, looks like maybe for the second time tonight, Sutter will punt here. Scritchfield did punt last time. He's whispering something to Angel Uribe, his junior wideout who just lined up. Are they going to go for this here? Oh, and Did they get Kimberly to jump? They did. So now instead of 4th and 21, you're looking at 4th and 16.
Well, and more time is run off the clock, correct?
Yes. I liked that. Scritchfield called Uribe over, and then it looked like he was just going to backpedal and punt anyway. Just having a little fun out there. Sure, why not?
Kimberly's not even calling timeouts here.
I remember the St. Louis Rams did that once when Kurt Warner was the quarterback. He like pretended to go to the sideline and was yelling at the coaches. And next thing they snapped the ball and they threw it to him for a
I do remember that,
I was like, that's pretty cool. 4th and 16. Scritchfield gonna punt it. This is a good one. We'll take a bounce inside the 25 and right out of bounds around the 21-yard line. And meanwhile, like you said, a lot of time went off the clock there. 3:33 to play. Kimberly, can they catch lightning in a bottle? McCray Bruning will try to quarterback this Bulldog team down 2 scores with 3:33 to play.
Well, good news for Kimberly. They still have 3 timeouts. So there is a path to still tie this one up. Obviously, they need a lot of help. But if they score quick, then get a stop.
Bruning feels the heat. Bowens applying the pressure. High throw, incomplete. Intended receiver Blake Willie. Also in the neighborhood was Kenny Hernandez. Joe Barrett. Falls incomplete, though. 2nd and 10.
Sutter's had the opportunity to put the game away so many times today. They've refused to shut the door on the Kimberly Bulldogs, letting them stick around here.
2nd and 10. They're going to dump it off to Taylor, and that goes nowhere. Mason Cartwright was right there immediately. So it's like a play action and then a quick dump off to the running back. And
yeah, it always seems like a dangerous play when you're throwing it right in like kind of the line of scrimmage.
Gets a yard, and that's it. Third and 9. Bruning rolling out in trouble. Will be sacked back at the 18-yard line. Coming through on the sack was Justice White, the linebacker. So he and Troy Bowens have combined for 4 sacks tonight. Justice White with 1.5, Bowens with 2.5. Now Kimberly on 4th down here. Do they punt?
You gotta go for it.
Well, but it looks like, Bruning's in there, and so is Taylor, and you're directing traffic. It's 4th and 13. We're down to 2:15 to play. Bruning is going to go for it. Sutter brings the pressure. Bruning going to air it out long. Dangerous throw. It is juggled and intercepted. That ball is picked off by Sutter Union. That's Drew Williams, the strong safety, coming over the top to make the interception off the deflection. And Drew Williams puts the final nail in the coffin, comes away with the pick on defense.
Yeah, I mean, that pass, it gave the Kimberly receiver an opportunity to make the play, juggled out of his hands into the hands of Sutter Union, and looks like Sutter Union's going to hold on and win this one.
So Williams comes away with the huge interception. Sutter Union takes over with 2:04 to go. 1st and 10. Ball is at the Kimberly 31. They'll hand off left side. It's going to be Maris, no gain. 150 to play here. 28-14 lead for Sutter Union. And again, this is a game where both teams can walk away feeling pretty good about it. Kimberly just played one of California's best at a similar level, the similar school size. I mean, this team went 9-3 last year, Sutter Union. And Kimberly played well, right? They did fall, but competed well. And Sutter obviously going to get the win. They're going to be happy with that.
Yeah, for a while, the scores looked like it was going to be a lot more lopsided than it ended up being.
I mean, at halftime, it was 28-7. Kimberly did not allow a single point in this second half. Now, part of that is because Sutter really took the air out of the ball.
Oh, call timeouts now.
Sutter's in the same thing. They're like, we want to get out of here so we can find some place to eat. 1:08 to go. Timeout taken here by Kimberly. So Sutter Union about to move to 2-0 on the season, a 24-0 shutout of Argonaut in the season opener. 28-14 victory over Kimberly here at the Rocky Mountain Rumble. And then from there, you know, they get back into their California play. And up next on the docket after this game tonight is a non-conference game with Marysville next Friday.
Should be going.
Conference play starts, or league play starts on the 20th. They'll play Woodland, Dixon, El Camino, Rio Linda, Natomas, and Casa Roble. There are so many communities in California that just, like we said, to have a true state tournament, it would take forever.
They do for wrestling.
Yes.
It's really awesome.
And it's like you could be from the largest school or from the smallest school. It's a true who's the best.
I wish Idaho would adopt that for wrestling.
There has been an underground movement to try and have a kind of an unofficial tournament of champions the week after state wrestling. So
Yeah, when I was in wrestling, I remember that we always wanted it. I mean, we have like an all-star duel. We have an all-star duel like 2 weeks before state, but that's not the true state champions. That's who you think should be the best of the time.
Yep. Nope, totally agree. Final timeout, or excuse me, second timeout taken by Kimberly. They do still have one timeout remaining. We have 1 minute to go. 28-14 lead here for Sutter Union. And again, our schedule tomorrow, 4 more games, 10:30, bright and early. Skyline Grizzlies versus the Morgan Trojans from Morgan, Utah. Then at 1:30, the Highland Rams will take on the Carson Senators from Carson City, Nevada. At 4:30, 4:30, it's going to be Teton versus Soldotna, Alaska, and then 7:30, Rigby and Wasatch. We were talking about this earlier tonight, Logan. There he is,
Yeah,
Jared
Jared
Allen.
Allen.
He just made a huge donation for weight room facilities.
Yeah, we have a new weight room here at ISU. Thankfully to people like Jared Allen. Not just Jared Allen. There's a lot of anonymous donors involved with the full program that also donated money. But yeah, brand new facility, beautiful.
Dave Cragthorpe, great coach here at ISU. Coached at Highland also. Sweet play, Scritchfield blown up on 4th down. Kimberly will get the turnover on downs here with 55 seconds to play. So that's what Kimberly needed. Mason Jensen coming through for the stop. And so here are the Bulldogs now on offense. You were talking about all the prominent ISU alum, Jared Allen.
Yeah.
I loathed him because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, and of course he played for the Vikings. They're going to go a slant route, caught Joe Barrett across the 40, out to the 42-yard line. Kimberly's the clock will stop while they reset the chains. And as soon as they set the ball, the clock will continue to wind. 48 seconds and counting here. Bruning wasn't looking for the snap. He's got to pick it up off the turf, and will get like lose a yard. And now Kimberly burns its final timeout.
Interesting event of plays right there.
Oh, calamity where Bruning wasn't looking. Was looking to the sideline. And the center heard the whistle blow and snapped it.
Yeah.
Now, maybe this makes me old school, but, when I played in high school, we ran the wing tee offense, and everything was under center. Now everything almost seems to be in the shotgun, where if you're the center, you're going to know if your quarterback's there ready to take that snap. The chances of that happening go down a little bit, but that probably makes me a boomer. So Kimberly spends its final time out here. We'll see what head coach Joe Dilley can draw up here. It's been a long day here at the ICCU Dome, and if the football isn't thrilling, well, there's always a good read. I did pack a book with me to try and read at the hotel tonight. I'm an old man now. I read before bed to get drowsy. Screen caught, actually a slant route caught Kenny Hernandez. He did not get the first down though, so that clock's going to continue to roll. 30 seconds and counting in this ball game. 28-14. It's 3rd and 1 for Kimberly. Bruning scrambling, rolling out, throws on the run. Ball batted away, incomplete. Punched out of the air by Ezra Hillary, and now it's 4th and 1 for Kimberly. Only 18 seconds to play. Just trying to finish with some pride here. And Hillary did a good job sticking that big bear paw up and knocking that pass away. So 18 seconds to go. 4th and 1 for all intents and purposes. Kimberly, game on the line here. They're going to throw incomplete. Coverage applied by Brandon Dobson. Osterman, the intended receiver. Kimberly will turn it over on downs with just 14 seconds to go. Sutter, I'm sure, will kneel it, and we'll get on out of here with a 28-14 victory.
Yep. And Idaho will drop to 2-1 as a state against other states now in the Rocky Mountain Rumble after one day.
Yep.
4 more games tomorrow.
Mountain View won the first game over Woods Cross, Utah, 24-21. Late victory for Mountain View. Coeur d'Alene defeated Shadow Ridge, Nevada, 31-7. And Sutter Union putting the finishing touches here on a 28-14 victory over Kimberly.
48-yard line, 1st and 10, Sutter Union.
Storylines tomorrow. The big one is going to be Soldotna, Alaska versus Teton. They are an absolute juggernaut in Alaskan football, and their coach, Galen Brantley Jr., with a win tomorrow, would tie Alaska's all-time wins record. Yep.
That's awesome.
So there's a little history on the line potentially for the Soldotna Stars from Alaska. But tonight it's all about the Sutter Union Huskies from California. 28-14 victory over the Kimberly Bulldogs. Good hard-fought battle between both of these combatants tonight. We'll go through the handshake line, and then we'll hand out our IdahoSports.com player of the game. This is going to be a tough one. There's a lot of good candidates here, right? And that's the thing, Coach Ryan Reynolds says, hey, we feed a lot of guys. So
yeah, we were warned.
Yep, good luck. We will try to sort it out here as Sutter Union wins 28-14 over Kimberly. Back with the IdahoSports.com postgame show right after this break. You're watching the 2024 Rocky Mountain Rumble and the IdahoSports.com Gem State Game of the Week here on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome into the IdahoSports.com postgame show. One final time from the ICCU Dome here on the campus of Idaho State University in Pocatello. Brandon Bainey alongside it. Yep, there's Leif Morrison, our sideline reporter. We can hear that in our headsets. Brandon Bainey, Logan Kelso back here in the booth, Logan Green, executive producer, and Paul Kingsbury and Owen Green helping out on camera tonight as well. Sutter Union wins 28-14 the final over Kimberly. They scored 4 touchdowns tonight, 4 different ways. There was the 18-yard touchdown pass from Braden Scritchfield to the tight end Trenton Harder. There was the 3-yard run by Gary Bicknell. There was the 55-yard touchdown from Scritchfield to Marcus Maris, where it was basically a dump off, and then Maris did most of it. And then there was the double pass. Sammy Sharma, 37 yards to Josiah Thompson, showcasing a wide array of offensive skill players. Maris ran it well tonight. Scritchfield managed the game really well.
Yeah.
And then, you look at the Kimberly side of things, and I thought McCrae Bruning played well at times. Really under duress a lot tonight. That defense was tough.
He did not have much time in the pocket when he was passing. Like you said, the Sutter defense was pretty lights out. I mean, there's one drive where they did allow Kimberly to go 99 yards down the field, but that was more Kimberly executing plays than Sutter failing.
Yeah, and then, Kimberly lost a key two-way lineman early on, Robert Rudner.
Yeah.
Two-way starter, and he never did come back with that injury, and so, it just gets thinned out even more. But for Kimberly, you went toe-to-toe with a really tough team from California. And California, they went 9-3 last year.
Yeah.
Well, 9-3 in California is probably like undefeated champs in Idaho, depending on the level. But, I mean, the talent level was really apparent tonight with this Sutter Union program. We're standing by, waiting to nab our IdahoSports.com player of the game. But right now, Coach Ryan Reynolds giving his guys a nice post-game talk here in his 16th season.
Yeah, I think you're right. I believe it's his 30th season with the program if he did spend all 14 years here as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, 14 years as an assistant and defensive coordinator, 16 years now as the head coach. And again, we talked about it. They lost a lot of dudes from last year's team. Auckland Asiata, defensive end now at Fresno State. Jagger Beck, their quarterback, drafted by the Houston Astros, Major League Baseball as a pitcher. Tristan Leal, nose guard, now at Sacramento State. Jordan Lee, great wide receiver, now at Butte College. And so the way they've been able to incorporate all of the returning pieces has been pretty impressive. So
for sure. And they should be a formidable threat once they get into conference play, playoff time in California. Should be fun for them.
Yeah, and again, they play in that Sac Joaquin region, Sacramento, Joaquin, and North Idaho, North California.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be quite the league.
Bonner's Ferry traveling down to Redding, California.
Seriously, that'd be something else. So
only at the Rocky Mountain Rumble.
Right. And so,
do you think Alaska brings a cheerleading team tomorrow?
Oh boy, I don't know. We'll have to see.
I hope that'd be awesome. It's a fun trip.
Might as well, right? Lean all the way in Sutter Union brought their cheerleaders tonight.
I was about to say the mainland, but I guess they're connected. It's not like Hawaii, but
yeah,
it is the lower 48.
Lower 48. Yep, there you go. All right.
All right, we're ready. We'll get in a place you can see us, then I think he's got to go a meeting here. Is this a good spot? Is this good? All right, perfect.
Okay. So
can you hear me?
Yep.
We are ready to go to send it down to Leif Morrison.
Are you ready?
Down on the field with our IdahoSports.com player of the game. It is Troy Bowens, defensive end from Sutter Union.
All right, I am here with sophomore, number 97, Troy Bowen, the IdahoSports.com player of the game. 2.5 sacks today. How does it feel to be 2-0?
I mean, it feels great, man. Our guys have really been putting out and really just striving to be the best, and especially in coming here in Idaho, 5,000 feet elevation. It wasn't easy, but it was awesome to take the win away.
Yeah, well, good job today. The team looks really good. How are you guys looking projected for the rest of the season?
Not bad. I mean, we really put in a lot of work in practices and stuff. So we went down a division, but we should be at least 10-2 or so. Yeah, but we strive to be undefeated.
I like it, man. I like the enthusiasm here. Are you guys headed back today?
No, we're going to stay in a hotel. Yeah, we're going to go have dinner and stuff and enjoy the rest of our night in Idaho.
Awesome. Well, enjoy Idaho, and congratulations, the IdahoSports.com player of the game. Back to you guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Leif. Again, that's Leif Morrison, our sideline reporter, also the director of the Idaho Bowl. That was Idaho's first statewide all-star bowl games earlier this summer. Troy Bowens, sophomore defensive end. I'll remind you, he is 6'5", 252 pounds. Sophomore. Was nominated for his region's player of the week last week. Could be in line for another.
He made an observation that we kind of completely forgot about. This is a high elevation area, about 5,000 feet above sea level. I mean, obviously, dome, it's not as, you have to have the muchest conditioning, but still a struggle.
Significant, yes. So California Sutter Union adjusted quite well and come out of here with a 28-14 win. All right, well, again, the schedule tomorrow at the Rocky Mountain Rumble, 4 games for you, 10:30 a.m., Skyline versus Morgan, Utah, 1:30, Highland versus Carson, Nevada, 4:30, it's Teton and Soldotna, Alaska, and our finale, 7:30 tomorrow night, Rigby and Wasatch, Utah. But for now, thank you for tuning in to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the IdahoSports.com Gem State Game of the Week, and also the 2024 Rocky Mountain Rumble, presented by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, and Stanley. Of course, the Idaho Office of Highway Safety sponsors our IdahoSports.com player of the game, Troy Bowens, sophomore defensive end from Sutter Union. The Idaho Office of Highway Safety reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road, be on the moment and free from distractions. Big thanks to Gino Mariani, the great organizer of this event, Rocky Mountain Rumble. Big thanks to everybody behind the scenes here. Logan Green, Owen Green, Paul Kingsbury, Leif Morrison, Logan Kelso. Logan, fantastic job today.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. My name is Brandon Baney. Thanks for tuning in to the Rocky Mountain Rumble, everybody. We'll see you back here at 10:30 tomorrow morning for 4 more games. 4 more games. 4 more games. Here we go. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. One last time, Brandon Baney from IdahoSports.com. Good night, everybody.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.